Right, Mr. Singh. Any specific trends you have observed in the food and beverage sector right now?
In India or globally?
India and globally.
Well, I was happy to hear this morning in the session where they were talking about the next generation and what the next generation is seeking or searching. That's a given trend. That we are seeing the generation divide manifest itself in the food and beverage space in different ways. So we are seeing the older generations search or seek a type of food which is as much entertainment or recreation, whereas we are seeing the next generation search for or seek food and beverage that is recreation but also inspiration. That's giving them a mental stimulation that they've done something good, not just consumed a product, because food and beverage is no longer now about feeding yourself. The world's moved beyond that. It's about how I can complete my life, how I can be a human being that has values and that enjoys himself or herself with respect to the environment or with respect to the community. So that's a trend.
Right. Challenges you're facing right now, or the general challenges the sector is facing?
People, because you either have a community that's living in the past, that believes food and beverage is about feeding or drinking or watering human beings, and they're not able to then adapt into a new paradigm where food and beverage has gone well beyond just feeding. Food and beverage means a lot more. It is coming full circle. It's what our Indian scriptures read earlier. If you look at Indian scriptures, they say that food makes the man. And that logic is coming back in. Of course, it's coming through the doors of technology, it's coming through the doors of environmental consciousness, it's coming through the doors of ecology, fairness, human values, but it's coming back in its own manner. So, challenges there is for the old colleagues to understand how these new values can get represented still through the food. Challenges are how new employees can make this an attractive business, can make this an attractive employment or a career opportunity for them. In the olden days, we thought food and beverage was about carrying food from point X to point Y, so carrying it from the field to the consumer. No more. This is about how I can entertain the consumer, how I can complete their life. And to do that, the life of that cook or waiter that is preparing the product or delivering the product also needs to be complete. So the challenge is, how do we manage the lifestyle of the human beings that create the food and beverage scene so that they can then transmit that completeness off into their customers. That's a huge challenge, getting people ready for it. Products are available, carrying products from X to Y are available. Science helps us do anything of that sort. Commerce helps us price it. But the human being really makes it the experience and makes it complete. And getting the human being ready, trained, empowered is a tough ask. It takes much longer. You know, we take 10 minutes maybe to buy and consume a burger, but we take 10 years of basic schooling before we have the ability of understanding how to buy that burger and consume it. So that 10 years of preparation that the human being needs is far greater in effort, and that's the challenge in comparison to 10 minutes of purchase and consumption.
How do you think, your opinion about this event, and what were the takeaways for the delegates and for the speakers as well?
Well, love the event first and foremost. It's a start. It's not a big event, and I like that. Good things start small and grow, and that's why we're involved. That's why I was asked if I'd like to come in for this event. I've flown in from Switzerland just for the day, landed here yesterday and going out tonight. So for me, a great event where we can start getting a community together. We can discuss issues that are today's issues, but more importantly, start getting into the mood of what's coming tomorrow. And for us as knowledge leaders, what's coming tomorrow is as important, because we're forecasting what's coming tomorrow, and we're helping our partners and clients get ready for that tomorrow. So this event is a start, which is going to help us do exactly that. Some of the sessions are about what's happening today, or the problems or the pains that I have of today, but what's going to happen tomorrow, and how do I arm myself for that glorious tomorrow, is what this event is going to seed in the Indian ecospace. the more different opinions we get here, the more discussions we have, the more arguments we have, I believe that will get us to creating the future of food and beverage, of this land and the world.
All right. Well, the Indian taste bud accepting the global cuisine now. What's your expectation, or rather forecast, in the next 5 to 10 years? Which particular indigenous food would really do well?
Most of the cuisines that have traveled into India have always had that little bit of adjustment. I have no problems with the adjustment. There is a space for the authenticity, but there's also a space for the adjustment. And you will see more and more of both. What's happening and what will happen with the Indian consumer is that they will start differentiating between the two and enjoying both. So if I take myself for example, the first time I went to Italy and we worked on a project on authentic Italian gastronomy. We worked for the government and we were creating a library of authentic Italian food. And in those days was the first time I started appreciating quality Italian food. I'd eaten Italian food all over the world and in Italy before that. But when I started working on that project, I realized what was changing, or what were the adjustments I was making to handle my Indian palate. And the same thing is going to happen to the consumer within the country. You're going to have authentic, and you're going to have the Indian variation or adjustment, and you're going to appreciate the values of both and enjoy both. And that future is coming at us as we go.
Right. Few do's and don'ts for startups here in India, as well as for planning.
Do's and don'ts for startups.
Europe.
So that's a good one. Well, cash is king. Most of the times people will say chase your passion, chase your dreams, chase X, Y and Z and everything. Yeah, that's good for a while, but dreams can turn sour. People can double cross you or backtrack on you. So yes, I'd like to say chase your dreams, but don't forget that if you don't make money, your dreams are not going to be fulfilled or achievable, because money makes the world go round. So in a new business, cash is king. Make sure that you've handled your cash flow correctly. Next, have a unique concept which connects to your passion, whatever it may be. So if you want to indigenize a particular product or keep it authentic, I don't care, as long as it appeals to a community in front of you that's purchasing. And most of the times what appeals to the community in front of you is your passion. So if you can throw your passion out, you're working. Focus on your cash flows, stay profitable, chase your passion, link that to your profession, you've got a game going. And small is okay. You don't have to be the largest restaurant. But as long as you are a profitable restaurant, you're fine. Some of the best restaurants in the world are one table. So you come and eat at my dining table, and I accept 6 diners and that's it. And I don't know if you've heard or seen of these concepts, but they're fantastic. And the bookings are 3 years or 2 years in advance, because there's only 6 people that can go to a meal. But that's it, they're chasing their passion and they're staying profitable, and that's fine.
Anything else you would like to add?
No, I'd like to wish you all success as you go out and explore the Indian market space. It's a great initiative, as a magazine, as a forum, as an event, and as your digital growth, because I know that you're working on certain digital areas. We need it for the industry, and as you grow, you'll celebrate it with not just our industry, but the consumers of our industry, which is the community at large. So good luck.